Hello, students. Today we will discuss types of counseling. This is from your BA Psychology book, right? So, uh, what kind of what types of counseling are there? तो अगर हम broadly बात करें तो there are three types of counseling, that is educational counseling, vocational guidance and career counseling, and personal and social counseling. It is not like these are the only counseling areas. There are other areas also. Broadly we can say that these are the three areas where counseling is required, or you can these are the types of the counseling. So you may see different type of counseling in different books, but because we are studying your course, so we will be restricted to these type of counselings, right? So first thing we'll talk about educational counseling. What is educational counseling? Educational counseling, as name suggests, that they work in educational setting, right? Maybe it may be schools or organizations who are working with uh, like uh, uh, like institutions who works with schools, or they design curriculum. Just like in India we can say NCERT. सो एनसीईआरटी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो काम करती है करिकुलम डेवलपमेंट और इन सारी चीज़ों को लेके। अब यहाँ पे बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स इन्वॉल्व होते हैं, बिकॉज एज पर द एज ऑफ द चाइल्ड वी डिज़ाइन the content for children, and there are other people also, like school counselor. They work in real settings, where in schools, where they work with children having different kind of learning problems, or they also work with students, so that they can learn in a better manner how to create a holistic environment for them, so that they can learn in a better manner. And they may have some or other like emotional and behavioral issues also, so that is also we cater under this educational counseling. So uh, basically, as you know, that it is related to education, how as a psychologist we can help either at college level or at school level, right? Then second thing is like vocational counseling. Like we are coming to vocational counseling. So vocational counseling क्या है, जिसको आपने बहुत एक common term है that you have already heard, that is career counseling. Like selecting the career, right? Career means what you want to do in life, right? So these kind of counselors, they what they do is they perform different tests also, like aptitude. Aptitude is a, like you can say, uh, ability to learn something. If students are given an opportunity and training in that area, so they can perform better than others. So that is aptitude. So we perform aptitude tests, we perform interest, we perform personality, because when you are choosing your career or vocation, so that there should be a match between your abilities, your interest, your personality, and the job you are going to do. Otherwise what will happen, you will be frustrated. You will be frustrated and you will not be able to perform the task in a better manner, and you will not be satisfied. So that is the work of vocational and career counselors. They try to find out best match between your personality, interest, and aptitude, as well as like your job profile. So that is the uh, work of vocational counselors, right? And then third one is personal and social counseling. They say personal and social counseling, because we always or feel some or other kind of emotional behavioral issues, social issues. So how to deal with that effectively, because that can affect your performance in the different areas like social, you can say, and at personal level, at occupational level, and your socio occupational life will be disturbed. So so to help person to develop awareness about herself and himself, achieve the potential within, and to develop fully in all aspects like social, cultural, personal, in every area, you should uh, enjoy your life in a better manner. If there is some obstructions which is like stopping you to enjoy your life, like to utilize your, the better word is to utilize your full potential, then there needs to be done something about that. So that is what personal and social counseling does. So uh, like how to develop a good emotional health, how to uh, like work on interpersonal relationship, because these are the factors which affect your mental health. Because if you are not satisfied, if you are not happy in your relationship, in your work, in your different situations, and then you won't be able to enjoy your life, and that will affect your mental health. So broadly, if you can if you see, so there are they have divided in your book, they have divided like these type of personal counseling, different types of different personal counseling, that is developmental counseling, facilitative counseling, crisis counseling, and preventive counseling. So developmental counseling, as you may have read in your books, if not, I'm just telling you in a like in a brief manner. Like developmental, there is a branch of psychology, we call it developmental psychology. Developmental psychology studies like human growth and development, and challenges faced by them at different age level, from conception to birth, right? Sorry, from conception to death, you can say. So they see like what are the challenges faced by just children, at infants, and old age people, adult people, and what are the things that they can do to come out of that. So they study the development of the human beings, right? So so what kind of, suppose you are at the age of 20 and 25, you are getting married, you are confused, you are not able to solve your problem, whom to marry, and when to marry, all those things. So then you can go for the marriage counseling or counseling for these kind of issues. And suppose you are like old age people at the age of 65, 70, nobody is there to take care of you, your children are like abroad, and all those things. There are different kind of challenges they people may face. So developmental counseling is to you can say to facilitate that process, so that you can from one stage to another stage you can go smoothly, and your stress and your confusion, your ability to take decision, all can be utilized to go forward in that uh, stage, right? So that are the things. So that is the that is what a developmental counselors do. So developmental counselors can work with children, adult, as well as different old age concerns. So that is a developmental counseling. Then we come to facilitative counseling. So this kind of counseling basically involved, as you the word suggests, that it is a facilitative, right? So helping the client to clarify the concerns and the problems and promote self-understanding. It helps the individual to understand oneself, right, and accept oneself, and how to come out of undesirable behavior and situation, how to deal with if the process is to facilitate this facilitate the emotional and mental health of the child. Child, not child, actually the adult and child, everyone. So it is a facilitative kind of therapies. Suppose you don't have any concern, serious concern or something, but you have some problem in public speaking, or you have some problem in your in relationships, and you want to overcome from that. So you go to psychologists and these counselors, and they suggest you, and they facilitate that process to overcome from that or such kind of fears. Then crisis intervention, you can say the crisis word is like something coming suddenly, like some earthquake may be there, there may be like death of someone, or there may be some accident or some other things that comes naturally, or that may be man-made also, and that is like you can say acute condition जहाँ पे बहुत सारा stress आपको हो जाता है. तो crisis counseling is like helps the person, because the person to handle that situations in a better manner, because when there is a severe stress, or that we call like crisis, so there is a profound disruption in your life, um, and there may be a lot of frustration also, and so at that point of time we need a lot of support from psychologist or counselor. So they facilitate that process, they help to come out from that crisis. There is a proper way of that, we call it crisis management. You can read if you are interested in that. So in that situations, psychologist and counselor help us. So that is what we call crisis intervention, right? Next is like preventive counseling. So what is preventive counseling? As word suggests, preventive यानी कि to stop something to happen. So preventive counseling is basically to create awareness, self awareness, and create facilitating a decision making process. है ना? Suppose you are going to be retired, like after some time, like after 60s or 65, you want to take an retirement from the work, or you forcefully you have to take the retirement, because there are government organization, they retire you after certain age, right? So how to facilitate that problem? How to prevent? Because sometimes it happens. Suppose this is an example. It happens in other areas of life also. Like you are like retired, and you don't have anything to work on, or you don't have any to like any work to do, and you are feeling bored. You are feeling stressed, and you don't have like money to spend. All those things. So these kind of things may happen. So preventive means to prepare for that beforehand. जैसे हम लोग करते हैं ना कि रिटायरमेंट के लिए वी सेव सम मनी और समथिंग लाइक दैट, सिमिलरली फॉर रिटायरमेंट what you will do, because for mental health it is important how you will enjoy life, how will you utilize your time and everything. So preventive counseling is to prevent these kind of situations, these kind of problem, or any problem that may hamper your mental health. So to be prepared for that already, and that we do preventive things we can do in every. Suppose for example, we'll take another example, like we know that nowadays like people are more into drugs, and all students are like going towards that, they are using drugs and all. So at the age of the starting of these drugs and all, suppose 10 to 15 or 12 to 15 years, so we'll educate those children at that age, that what is drugs, what is alcohol, what is the bad impact of that on life, so that we can prevent that problem to happen. Because when once they are into that, you cannot then you have to cure. So that is the difference between prevention and cure. So prevention is already like always a better solution, it is less costly, and cure is a costly affair. So preventive counselors or counseling does these things. So these were the different kind of types of counselings that is given in your book. And this is very important things that may come in your examination. So read it properly, understand it. If you have any question, just post that questions in comment box, we'll try to answer it, right? So thank you very much for attending the class, and we'll come with another video um, on other topic on some other day. Thank you very much.